Earthlings, your planet hosts creatures with a mind sharper than many suspect. Crows, these black-feathered strategists, watch you with an unsettling intensity, tracking your every move like a tiny airborne detective. Scientists have documented that crows can recognize human faces and remember those faces for years. If you wrong them, they don't just fly away. They file your identity into an invisible ledge of grudges. It's as if you live among a network of avian spies, and you barely notice. Imagine a life where you simply try to shoo a crow from your garage, and for the next decade, its entire clan gives you side eyes every morning. This isn't superstition, this is neural processing. Crows wield memory, recognition, and communication. They teach each other which humans are trustworthy and which ones deserve a coordinated poop barrage. If that's not plotting, what is? Oh, it's plotting alright. If crows had Wi-Fi, they would have your entire browser history by now. You think you're living rent-free? Please. They got your schedule, your face, and your snack habits mapped out in a feathered revenge spreadsheet. Consider this: a crow remembers an insult for life. Researchers have donned masks to provoke crows, and years later, those same masks triggered collective outcry. The entire murder, yes, that's what you call a group of them, mobilizes to scold, dive bomb, and shame the offender. This is intergenerational knowledge transfer. Your species writes history books. Crows pass down petty vendettas. This sophisticated social network shows how vengeance isn't limited to humans. Revenge, it seems, is an evolutionary strategy. It deters predators and protects the group. It bonds individuals in shared defense. If that sounds familiar, Earthlings, it should. You're not the only ones who hold a grudge for sport. Honestly, it's inspiring. You drop a crumb and walk away thinking it's over. Meanwhile, a crow is crafting a vendetta PowerPoint to show their friends. Slide 1. The human who sucks. If they had opposable thumbs, you would be on their hit list by breakfast. Before you dismiss crows as mere pests, understand, they create tools. Twigs sharpened into hooks to extract insects, leaves folded for precise tasks. The same brain that memorizes your face can also invent a strategy to outsmart you. In the animal kingdom, this makes them nearly unparalleled. Tool use, problem solving, memory. Crows demonstrate the kind of cognition you usually attribute to primates. Their ingenuity is a testament to different kind of intelligence, one that thrives on adaptability. Crows are not just surviving, they're observing, innovating, and responding. Each grudge-fueled plan is backed by a mental toolkit owned over millennia. It's because their brains are wired to calculate outcomes with chilling precision. So, to recap, they remember your face, invent gadgets, and gossip about you. Basically, crows are just tiny judgmental humans in bird suits. The only thing they lack is a podcast about how wrong they've been. Yet, crows don't operate in isolation. They build cultures. They learn by watching each other. When one crow is wronged, others pick up the cue and replicate the reaction. The social learning can ripple across entire populations. Imagine an entire city block of crows united by a single act of clumsy hostility. That's how their revenge network operates. Collective memory amplified by shared grievance. This social structure mirrors some of your own behavior. Humans form alliances around shared resentment of loyalty. The difference? You rarely expect it from birds, but maybe you should. Congratulations! Your feud is now a community event. One crow gets mad, and suddenly you're the villain in a feathery soap opera. Next episode, The Reckoning of Beaky. Neurological studies reveal that crows have larger forebrains relative to their body size. This part of the brain is critical for decision-making and future planning. They don't just react, they anticipate. When a crow waits to retaliate until you're least expecting it, that's not instinct, that's strategy. Some experiments have even shown crows can delay gratification and use reasoning to solve puzzles. This cognitive mapping is why they can orchestrate revenge over long timescales. In other words, Earthlings, crows are quietly outsmarting many of you. Plot twist: the next time you see a crow watching you from a lamppost, it is not lost. It's calculating whenever today is the day you pay for that stale bread incident in 2017. You might think vengeance requires complex emotions. You would be correct. Crows show signs of frustration, relief, and satisfaction. They react not only to treats, but also to fairness. If you feed them, they remember. If you cheat them, they remember harder. These emotional responses shape how they build trust or enmity. Think of them as emotional mirrors. Your actions echo in their behavior. You are part of their story, and sometimes the villain. If that unsettles you, it should. Reminder, you've been emotionally outmaneuvered by a bird. Let that sink in. You're basically a subplot in Revenge of the Crows, The Peckening. Throughout history, humans have seen crows as omens. For Norse mythology to Native American folklore, these birds carried the weight of symbolism, death, fate, prophecy. Perhaps it wasn't superstition but intuition. Even ancient humans sensed the unique power behind those dark eyes. Today, science is catching up to legend. The cunning, the memory, the near mystical awareness, these traits forged the reputation of crows as watchers and messengers. In a way, you have always known they're special. Special? Sure. Special like your neighbor who never forgets that time you borrowed their lawnmower and forgot to return it. Except this neighbor has wings and no chill. As urban areas expand, crows grow bolder. They learn from each other's interaction, shaping their behavior to fit new environments. Tomorrow's crows might even be more adept at exploring human habits and holding grudges that can span generations. If you respect them, you may find unexpected allies. If you disrespect them, you may discover you've sparked a vendetta. The choice, as always, belongs to you. Friendly tip: maybe wave hello at the crows or bribe them with peanuts. It's cheaper than living in fear that a beady-eyed judge is plotting your social demise. In the end, Earthlings, the question isn't whenever crows plot revenge. It's whenever you're willing to admit you share more in common with them than you would like. Memory, strategy, the need for fairness. Crows are a living reminder that intelligence comes in many forms, and it rarely forgets. Honor their minds, and honor the miracle of cognition itself. Disrespect them, and you may find yourself living under a watchful eye of feathered nemesis. Or you could just pretend they're cute birds, while they take notes on your life choices. Sleep tight, Earthlings. Sleep tight.